It is our last day on board the Golden Princess, and it's about 9:25. I've been staying in the room just waiting to see if a coffee pot showed up, because I went onto the app or the website last night wanting to set my order for today, and it had the order for yesterday listed as placed for today. And now that I'm thinking about it, the ship and from everything on the app has been on Australia time. So like when I use the internet, I log out and it'll say that it's tomorrow because it's going off of Australia's time. So I bet that's why it said we had an order for today. It was actually the order for yesterday. But anyway, it wouldn't let me place an order because I had one that it thought was already placed. And no, it said that was third day. Anyway, I was just waiting to see if one would come and it didn't. So we're gonna go down to the Piazza, grab some coffee there at the specialty place, and then watch this thong toss. I am so looking forward to this. I've actually posted on Facebook about it, and a few people are on board and talking about how they want to figure out how to wear some thongs on their feet, the panties version. And then some other people were saying you can use it as a slingshot. That would really make you win that competition. So anyway, I just want to see how that is, and I'll take you with us to watch, and then we'll figure out what to do for the rest of our last day on board. They're cleaning the balconies this morning, so the doors are open between. So if you have adjoining cabins, you can open these up and see your friends in their space. Zumba. Pretty good view.
Good morning.
Morning.
Well, welcome to the Piazza for Thong Toss. Now, if you're like me, and you are a foreigner, like in England, we do not call what these are thongs. Now, thongs are something completely different in my world, but we're talking about flip-flops, or whatever you call them. We are doing a thong toss flip-flop competition. Now, if you want to take part, all you need to do is bring your own flip-flop or your own thong, whatever you want to call it. Please don't bring the underwear. I'm not ready for that. I've not had coffee yet. It's too early. You're going to stand behind the line here, and you're going to get, we're going to do two attempts.
Come back for the balloon drop tonight.
Hey, good job almost. I've got a prize for you. The children are excused from the rules, okay everyone?
Of course, it's when I'm betting minimum. I get 25 free games. I ended up with 30 games and I made 15 bucks. They've got all the art out. Just sitting outside of Explorers Lounge where they're set up for the final art auction. There isn't much happening on board until around 1, which is the art auction. But we might just end up exploring some of the ship that we haven't seen yet. I do want to go and look at the sanctuary and just see where the location is and how it's set up. And then, yeah, just be a relaxing day at sea. The sun's out a little bit, but it's still chilly. So Chris pointed something out when we first got on the ship. I said I wanted to go by Crooners and get a martini, and he was like, there is no Crooners. And he pulls out the map to prove that he's right. and it's called Promenade Lounge and Bar. But then when you go there, the menus have crooners on them, and the staff call it both. So I'm not sure if they're like transitioning the name or what. We've been up to the Skywalkers. We haven't been to the chapel, the library. The conservatory. And sanctuary I want to go check out. There's a lot of cool private areas on this ship though that are non-revenue spaces, which is good if you're the cruiser. It is 11 a.m. I think we kind of overdid it on the alcohol for this cruise. We have 2 Courvoisiers there. We're almost done with that Bacardi. We got a bottle of wine, the beer, a bunch more Courvoisier, a whole thing of rum, and most of that vodka. So I do think that the way to go is to buy the soda package and then order alcohol for your room, unless you're like Chris, who is opposed to coming back to the room for some reason. So he wants to just go buy drinks, even though we have the alcohol here. I think that's silly. But anyway, our room's all done for the day. They cleaned our balconies this morning, and it's actually sunny. It's the nicest weather we've seen yet. But big swells. One thing that I've noticed on this ship, and I believe it's because we're on a ship that originated in Australia, and in Australia their custom is not to tip. But what I've noticed is that when you order drinks at the bars or anything, they do not give you a receipt to sign. They just swipe your card and say thank you. We have been at several bars and ordered drinks, and not once have we received a receipt for signature. The only time we did was when we got our coffee for room service, and I tipped cash, and the girls seemed really shocked about that. I'm trying to think, there's something else about this ship that's different than the other ones, but I'm pretty sure that's an Australian custom thing. So they're just not used to customers putting a tip on there. And I don't think Australians even have a gratuity added to the price of their beverages. So I'll have to double check that ours do. But we paid a gratuity with our drink package to begin with. So the ship keeps hitting these waves. Let me show you the huge white spray that comes off when the ship goes through each swell. It is about 12:30 now, and we're in the cabin because the ship is just rocking like crazy. And they just came on the intercom, the captain did, for the noontime announcement, and said that they had to close the upper deck, the pool areas, and a lot of spaces up there because we are going 24 miles per hour against 35-mile-per-hour winds. So it's like 60 miles per hour total. And so they said it's a safety precaution. They just can't let people out there. The only thing really happening this afternoon is the art auction. And we don't buy art on the ships anymore because we go to the VIP auctions. So yeah, just hanging out, and we're gonna miss dinner again tonight because the shows are at 6:45 and 8:45, and both of those would interfere with our dinner time. We'll just grab and go with something. We'll show you when we do anything, if we do anything. We got lunch for room service. Or room service for lunch. Yeah, thank you. So, Chris got a cheeseburger. club sandwich with fries. And I got this special pizza of the day, which is ham and mushroom. Oh my god, it's heavy. Yum. And I got a side of ranch. Coming in for the comedian.
Welcome to the Vista Lounge. Please give a warm welcome to the stage to PJ.
Good evening, everybody. How are we doing? That's what I like to hear. Welcome to the Vista Lounge. It's a pleasure to have your company. Did we have a good day? Yes. Are we ready to go home tomorrow?
No.
Yes.
How you doing?
Good.
Glad to have you here. Who came to my show 2 nights ago?
Good.
You were a good group. Glad to have you back. Who didn't come to my show 2 nights ago? You suck.
Over backwards as they try to see me rub. My breath falls out of lungs. So I do on your face and alright. I guess what I was saying is there ain't no better reason to read yourself the fantasies and just go with the seasons. What we aim to do.
Hello, baby. Yes, the Big Papa speaking. Oh, you sweet thing. Do I what? Will I what? Oh, baby, you know what I like. Chantilly lace and a pretty face and a ponytail hanging down, a wiggle in a walk and a giggle in a talk. Made the world go round. There ain't nothing in the world like a big-eyed girl. Make me act so funny. Spend my money. Make me feel real loose like a long neck, loose like a oh, baby, that's what I like.
It's going to be the Majority Rules game show now.
Welcome to the Explorers Lounge for the Majority Rules Game Show. Welcome, your host, your cruise director, PJ.
Evening. Whoa. Hello. Is everybody awake? Well, if you weren't, you are now. How y'all doing? Make it a 12-inch. I'm almost certain he's talking about his new MacBook Pro screen.
They have some ridiculous lights in this theater, but the balloon drops in an hour, so we'll be heading there. We haven't done dinner yet, so we'll see.
Girls running. We got a lot of running.
We've got a lot of Pamela Anderson as well. It's not just Pamela Anderson though, it's Pamela Anderson
Running.
and
bouncing.
Pamela Anderson boobs bouncing.
Slow motion.
Yeah, slow motion breast bouncing. Pamela Anderson, red swimsuit. Pamela Anderson, blonde hair, big tits.
Just go on for
But the majority is
Pamela Anderson!
It's gonna be a balloon drop. Got my spot for the balloon drop. And I'm making sure to be here for this, particularly for one of my subscribers named Tom, who's always looking forward to the balloon drops, and I don't always get out here, so it's for you and for everybody, but enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening! Are you enjoying your cruise on Golden Princess? Of course you are. You are here for the amazing balloon drop party. We got 1,000 balloons up there. One of them has a free cruise brochure. So of course if you want to see those balloons fall, you have to join us on the dance floor. My name is Sandra. We got Rhea and our cruise director PJ is on his way. But of course, to dance the night away, you have to join us. And of course, give a big round of applause. This is our party band. Big round of applause for one right party band. Here we go. I see cracks and what I'm about to say. Come on, Steph, come on. So try to say
to tomorrow. We can't wait to see you again. Let's do this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Balloon drop's done, so are you hungry? A little bit. We haven't had dinner yet. It's almost 11. But yeah, we're gonna spend our last few hours on board. We already packed before we came out tonight, so we'll see you in the morning. It's just a random patch of carpet laying there. Weird. The casino's closed, so we're close enough to land for that. Okay, so the cruise is practically over. We have a little bit of wine left, a whole nother bottle, a bottle of rum, most of this vodka, a couple waters, and 2 beers, but we're actually having those now. Cheers. Thanks for joining us. Okay, we got a couple sandwiches each and some cheese, and we're gonna call it a night. Tomorrow we'll be in Vancouver, and we're gonna catch a Greyhound back to Seattle. We'll be home for 1 day, and then we're gonna get on a Greyhound back to Vancouver to board the Ruby Princess for 1 day back to Seattle. Kind of ridiculous, but I really want to see the Ruby after the dry dock they did recently. They put Salty Dog up on the Lido deck that's free, so it should be a lot of fun to check it out. Morning. We're back in Vancouver. It's 6:20. Okay, we're at Pacific Central Station, and we're a couple hours early for our bus, which is what they want. You can't check in until you're 2 hours out. Once we get inside, we're gonna go into the A&W because they have outlets and they also have Wi-Fi. And I hope that we're here early enough that we can snag the good seating where there are outlets to plug into, and that's along the wall. And then I also hope the bus has Wi-Fi, because I was without for a full day and it was just torture. But anyway, it was a really good trip, and we'll see you in about 24 hours when we leave to come back here. So we're gonna go down there to board or check in. But this is new. It's like, oh, ice cream concession stand. Or I mean, vending machine. see a train that comes right there. Now the fourth wheel of my luggage finally snapped all the way off. We made it back to Everett. That's our Greyhound. It took about 4 hours to get here, including a couple stops. So we'll see you in a couple days when we get back on Greyhound and head back to Vancouver. We're gonna stay overnight at a Marriott property and then get on the Ruby Princess. So thank you for coming with us on this cruise. I hope that you will join us next time, and go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you again soon.